Cube, African Union suspends Niger. And the rider says, as Abdulsalami, others meet Tinubu. Another rider says, AU, ECOWAS members sharply divided. And another rider says, Junta enjoys rising support of citizens. That story is on page 9 of Al Jazeera newspaper this morning. Good morning, my lovely people. Thank you so much for always clicking on my videos to watch. God bless you. I sincerely appreciate you all. And this morning, I bring to you Al Jazeera newspaper, being the 23rd day of August 2023. And some of the headlines I'm seeing here today is worth talking about. Again, we have another story here which says subsidy remover. Oborewori rolls out palliatives for workers. Again, we have another story here which says Goba poll, Obi Oti Abure, others storm Imo for Achunu's campaign flag off. That story is on page 17 of Al Jazeera newspaper this morning. Again, we have another story here which says Bauchi NSCDC seals private security gas companies over illegal operations. That story is on page 7 of Al Jazeera newspaper this morning. Again, we have another story here which says Nasarawa NASENI partner on lithium processing policy. That story is on page 14 of Al Jazeera newspaper this morning. And again, we have another story here which says currency supply reaches 64.9 trillion. Credit to government hits 32.30 trillion naira, says CBN. That story is on page 15 of Al Jazeera newspaper this morning. Again, we have another story here which says Tinubu appoints Koka Odusete names DG. That story is on page 5 of Al Jazeera newspaper this morning. Again, we have another story here which says Reps panel quarrel lopsided employment in FRC NIHSA. That story is on page 5 of Al Jazeera newspaper this morning. Again, we have another story here which says troops rescue another Chibok girl. That story is on page 5 of Al Jazeera newspaper this morning. Again, we have another story here which says 44 years after Obaseki settles benefits of ex-government Ambrose Ali. That story is on page 17 of Al Jazeera newspaper this morning. And these are the headlines we have today on Al Jazeera newspaper. And I think one of the news that captures my mind here is that of Bauchi NSCDC seals private security gas companies over illegal operations. Yes, I think they have a very good role to play in the states. Yes, so and again, another story that captured my mind here is that of troops rescue another Chibok girl. I think that is a good news for us this morning. Another story that I want to talk on is that of Tinubu appoints Kuka Odusete names DG. I pray that the new DG will bring changes to national identity management. That is, these names. The new DG should do the right thing. I mean, should improve, because when you go to NIMS office to correct your date of birth or to do anything, you have to go over and over. Sometimes they'll tell you there's no network, there's no light, frustrating citizens. People come from far distance to effect changes in their name. I've experienced it. That is why I'm talking about it. So it is not good at all. Citizens are frustrated. Some people have been denied, as they have lost opportunity to travel because of NIM. So it is very important that at least the new DG, we expect that he will put some measures in place to ensure that the system is free and fair, and again it is also fast, to meet up with the challenges that citizens face in regard to their national identity number. So these are the headlines we have today on Al Jazeera newspaper, and I feel that it is very important for me to share with you.